Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that you will receive alerts when there are new episodes. Go get it.
I've been grinding for so long, I wake up and chase my goals. I go out and I go get it. Hot or cold, that's all I know. I don't succeed, then I don't breathe. Success, what does it mean? If I conquer all my goals, then I'm living out my dream. Dig deep, go out and get it. Success Chronicles, compete until it's finished. Success Chronicles, go take care of your business. Success Chronicles, it's deeper than just winning. Success Chronicles.
Yeah, so on my heart, just been thinking about the importance of us dealing with our traumas, the things that we go through in our life, you know. And I just know that it's important for us to deal with those things, because if we don't, it'll affect generations in a negative or positive way.
Right. We don't often talk about the generational impact in a positive way. As you say that, I'm thinking we don't even really call it, when you hear generational, usually the connotation, even before you finish that, we don't think, in our community anyway, generational wealth is not what comes first. It's usually generational. If you had to fill in the blank and ask us there, that's what we would call a positive, maybe legacy or something else. And so just the phenomena of how we word association games, we used to play that. I'm seeing how, just even as you said, generational, mentally I went to curses.
And it's true. You're right. It's so true.
Wow.
And I agree with you. Like on the positive side, the word is legacy.
Right, there you go.
Right, but anytime you say generational,
right,
if you don't have wealth behind it,
yes,
then it's normally something that's not really good.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's good.
Absolutely. So just kind of so that has to be a fruit, but we always talk about the fruit has a root. So what's the root of that fruit? That's what we as a culture, particularly, the root of that, while we fill in the blank with a predisposition of something negative.
I'm going to say this and then I'm going to go back into it.
Yeah.
I think we have to invest in the root to bear great fruit.
Wow. Okay. Absolutely.
Right. And so
absolutely.
When you look at the root, there's definitely root causes of everything.
Right.
Right. And I think those root causes, just a number of things that come up for me. It's like no trust, being hurt.
Wow.
Not being able to communicate effectively, lack of respect, and so all of those things go into the word relationship,
right?
Which all of those things I think hinders the relationship and hinders us from moving forward.
When you say the root cause, that just had to sit on me for a second, and then as you begin to name some of the byproducts of things that we have suffered generationally, and when you said trust and articulation of true feelings and relational trauma, I think about all the things that slavery did to us at a place that we came over, and you said not being able to communicate. Well, for people whose original language was taken, and we were taught a language that was not our own, systematically, we were given a built-in language barrier. Mm-hmm. And we were forbidden to speak the language that we naturally understood. And then relationships broken with fathers and mothers and children being dispersed. And so those relationships that all of those things, and then trust. How can I trust when all of those relationships that who do I trust? Who's left to trust?
What relationship do I
And so when you think about what's that, there's a scientific term to where you begin to take affinity for your enslaver. And so now when you talk about root causes,
that's deep,
and then drop us in the middle of this broken home, family, dysfunction, and we forget it hasn't been what, maybe 150 years.
not
I mean,
long.
my great grandmother
Yeah, not
was
long.
born a slave. I have pictures of her holding me as a child. That's how close, at 57 years old, I am still connected to a former slave.
Yeah.
We want to make it something 200 years ago, but I'm 57 and I got a picture of my great grandmother holding me, who was born a slave.
Yeah.
And so they say you can tell that you can judge the tree by the fruit it bears. So that's where I'm going when you say root cause.
Yeah. that's I hadn't gone that far, but I agree,
Right.
because I think that even puts it deeper. You look at 1 or 2 generations going into that, it puts us at where we are. So then the things that we were taught from our people stem from what they learned from their people.
That part.
Right. So then now, when there is hurt, especially from those people that, when you already don't trust a lot of people, but then when there is hurt from the people that you're supposed to trust, the hurt cuts deeper. Yeah, that's good.
Wow.
That's good right there.
Wow. You know, when you talk about the people that you should be able to trust, you know, you can't talk to the pastor long before the Bible come in. And,
Come on.
And I'm hearing the story. One of the most interesting Bible stories to me is the story of Mephibosheth, where David was now king and he was looking for Jonathan, and Jonathan was dead, but he looked to bless somebody in Jonathan's family, and so Jonathan's crippled son Mephibosheth was still alive. And so when he found Mephibosheth was still alive, he brought him into his kingdom. And so when you find out what happened, Mephibosheth wasn't born disabled, but somebody dropped him. His caretaker,
Yeah.
the person who was supposed to be seeing about him while Jonathan was out at war, and the person who was charged with, you got one job, as John will say, take care of my baby.
Mm-hmm.
And the one person who had one job dropped the baby. And from that, he was maimed from that day forward. How many of us are maimed from the people that were supposed to have been caring for us that dropped us?
I'm gonna pull a you on you.
You did this. You did this. And so, because you're talking about root cause.
Yeah.
So when you look at the root, we got to go
Deep.
to the soil.
Yeah.
You can't talk about root and talk about soil.
Yeah.
So if the soil is tainted, won't the plant?
I have not. I said when I go back for the extended period of time, I need one to go.
So true.
And I've lived it. I literally grew up with
But I guess I think the big thing for me now is, how do we provide nutrients to that soil, that root?
Woo!
Right?
That's the $1 million question.
Because, like, I think we looked at the things that have come before us, and 100% of that, we have nothing to do with that.
Facts. So now what?
Yeah, so now how you gonna handle that?
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
So I think one thing that comes up for me, and this is like, because I've seen some things in life where the reason why there's problems is because there's no system for communication through the hurt. There's no forgiveness through the hurt, and I don't believe that forgiveness is forgetting.
Right.
Right. But I do believe that forgiveness is letting go of the load, of the pressure, right? Because we can hold on to it and carry it with us for the rest of our life, and we're carrying that baggage, and it holds us down from getting where we want to be.
Well, I don't know that we can deal with forgiveness without dealing with the philosophy that keeps most people from forgiving, and we equate forgiveness with letting the contributor of the pain, letting them off the hook.
Yeah.
I would forgive, but I don't want you to walk away scot-free. So I'm holding you hostage in my mind, even though most of the people are going on with their lives, but I can't let you off without time served. So I incarcerate you in my own mind, even if you think you're free.
Yeah. Yeah. And that occupies space in your mind that you need to be using for something else.
Come on, man.
In a good way.
Come on, man. Your hard drive is full.
You gotta go to the museums.
Even your cell phone
Yeah.
has a way to delete files.
Yeah.
On 25th Street,
Yeah.
Apollo.
You asked the question, how do we supply nutrients to this tainted soil? That's amazing to me, the question. Because now I got to do something proactive than just taking this walk down memory lane on how we got here. Now that we're here, now what?
Well, let me ask you this.
Things to do in New York City.
Is it important to be proactive rather than reactive?
And see if that's interesting.
For sure.
But
Right.
for
sure. That was a rhetorical question.
Right.
Because what's happened behind us has been behind us.
Right.
It's important for us now to make ourselves better,
right,
so that we can help the next generation. And the way we do that is figuring out how to find the nutrients for the soul, like how to be proactive rather than reactive, right? Focusing in on what is to come, right? What is to come, but still being aware of what has happened.
That part,
right?
Yeah.
Because we have to build on that, right? But being aware of what is to come, and have a positive perspective about that, because we can change that.
Okay, so I'm remembering something my mom used to do. She always had this thing for plants. She used to talk about her having a green thumb, and something she would do was.
No, I see where you're going. Come on.
But look, the pruning was a part of it, but depending on the severity of the damage, she would do something radical. When pruning wouldn't work, clipping off the parts that no longer served me. But that was a place where she would take the whole plant up and repot it.
Now, they got a restaurant.
This soil here, it ain't no coming back. We done put horse manure, we done put everything, we can put on the teeth bugs. It is not coming back.
We burned the grass around.
We done everything we know to do.
Yeah.
And so, how do we come to terms with sometimes we have to be replanted?
City Island.
Now, what does that look like?
To do in New York.
Is that environment?
For sure.
Is that gaining knowledge and education to make the situation better?
For sure.
Is that learning tools,
whoever's near you, when you say stop,
systems, strategies, because you've seen what hasn't worked.
Wow.
Is it learning those things that you can continue to move on and grow?
Right. So, do we most often, even in situations where we do get educated and we do get more tools, our default setting,
he's gonna lose his mind.
It works fine until pressure is applied.
I haven't been on the subway so long.
And are we using the right tools at the right time? For the right situation.
But not only I like your tools, but we're the first generation that have ever used this tool.
Yeah, come on.
So I like words, and I think about the word abuse. And so when you get abuse, of course, when you break it down, it's ab-use. And so if I had a situation where I like the story, my daughter had a knife of mine. I was a chef by trade, and so she took one of my knives, a French chef knife, one with the tip pointed on it, and she needed a screwdriver, but she didn't know what my screwdrivers were. So she knew what my knives were. She took my French chef knife and used it in the place where she needed a screwdriver, but she used the wrong tool for the job and broke my tip off of my French chef knife. And we kept the knife. I was furious about it, but I kept it as a reminder of the abuse. How many of us got a drawer full of remnants of abuse? Why did I throw the knife away, Chip? I kept the knife. I don't even want to cut with it no more. I just keep the knife to remind me of the trauma.
And in our life, we all have that with our traumas that we've dealt with in our life. None of us are immune from that. Like even the most of people that look like they got it together,
they got a drawer.
Oh, they got a drawer and broken tip knife. We all got that.
Woo!
And being weird at the barbershop, it could be some broken shears. Come on.
So how do we get out of this? It's a hamster on a wheel.
Yeah.
How do we not be stuck?
It's rectangular.
I think
Is it a wall?
I'm just because I know you, and I've been around you, and I've been around people that come here. I think it just takes one in the family to say enough is enough. It just takes one. Right? And then once that one shows that, hey y'all, we can forgive. Hey y'all, we can love. Hey y'all, we can learn from these broke tip knives. Like what? Let's not keep dwelling on that. Like what have we learned from that? Right? And now let's use that to help us be better, because it's bigger than just us. It's more about what's to come behind us. So we got to make sure our kids and our kids and our kids of kids know that, hey, you don't use this knife for that. You got to use a screwdriver, bro.
Oh.
To help them move more efficiently and effectively.
But there are families of people that not only keep repeating the same thing, but that has become their identity.
Yeah.
Everybody in our family had bad tempers. Everybody in our family struggled with alcoholism. Everybody in our family would. Yeah. We normalize the trauma just because it's familiar. And so I think of, like, biblically, here we go.
Come on.
The Bible talks about a familiar spirit.
Mm-hmm.
And so familiar spirits, I've heard a lot of definitions on it, but the simplest terms when I think about a familiar spirit, it's a spirit that knows you and your family and Big Mama and them and your great grandfather and them, and so they don't even need new tricks. These demonic forces, they know your bloodline even when you don't. Some of us don't even know our grandfather's great grandfather, but that familiar spirit knows. And so it don't even have to bring a new trick. It just keep bringing the same old trick that's always worked on the Johnsons. We just keep running the same play. New kid, same old trick.
Same thing. And the people around know. The people around know, but you don't see it.
Wow. Being from a small town, everybody know everybody's business. We know who pretending to be that baby daddy, that ain't really the baby daddy. So they don't just recognize that boy look just like his mama, look just like his daddy. They recognize that spirit.
Mm-hmm.
The spirit knows who you are. The folks around you know who you are. Sometimes seems like in that scenario, we're the only ones that may not really understand
It has this.
who we are, or what keeps coming against us, or why it's having such success.
Man, that gives me chills and hurts my heart at the same time to hear all of that, because I think that shows the importance of whoever you are, whatever situation you're in, whatever you've been taught. That's the importance of you staying in the Word and being in church and
Come on, man.
and be fed into
Come on,
those
man.
nutrients.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because we're beautifully and wonderfully
Yes,
made,
sir.
right? Regardless of what the generations, the family,
Yes, sir.
regardless of what people may think,
Yes,
what people
sir.
may think they see. It's not about what they think. What does the big man think about? What does the big man
come
say
on.
about? What does the Word say
Right,
about
that part.
it? Right? And so I think when we can like just hold firm to that, dive into that, and wholeheartedly believe that, I think that's the beginning of the healing. That is the nutrient that feeds the root that lets us grow and bear great fruit to come.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. So all I keep hearing now with you saying that is we have to identify where we may be born into dysfunction.
Oh, without a doubt.
Is that the very reason?
And
Go.
Let me say this one right quick, and I'll let you go back. I remember dysfunction is
Yes,
the
sir.
reason. That's what you got to say.
Yes, sir.
But like none of us, like I said, none of us are immune from that. Right? We all
Right.
have that in our families, right?
Right.
And if you think you don't, maybe you're
Maybe you're
dysfunctional. Maybe you're the dysfunctional.
you're the one.
Yeah,
you that one.
Okay, carry on.
So I think about it gotta come back to me. So we were talking about go back to what we said before.
Dysfunctional.
Dysfunctional, but before the dysfunction. I lost it because what you said is really humorous to me that you're probably that one, right? So I'm processing that like, no, ain't nobody in my family crazy. Oh man. Oh, I lost it. It'll come back.
Yeah, for sure.
It'll come back.
I know we were hitting on just the the nutrients of the Word, staying in the Word, and that being a nutrient.
Oh, got you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so because we were born in this family of dysfunction, and so these are the very reasons why
What's going on next weekend?
Jesus said you need to be born
You get baptized.
again.
Praise the God. Praise the Lord.
To be uprooted, take the plant out of this pot
That's gonna be amazing. This is next
and
week.
put it in this one is the entire reason you need to be reborn. That's the spirit of adoption. But see, we don't really relate it that way because adoption means I take you who may have been born in this family and we're going to put you in the family of God. And so when you get adopted into the family of God, you really get a new name. If any man be in Christ, he's a new creation. Old things have passed away. All things have become new. Sometimes we are still operating like Saul, though we have been elevated to become Paul. The conversion that happened, the same folks that used to be Saul was out killing. The next day he showed up and now I'm Paul now. And so many of us, I'm just thinking about that dynamic, what that must have been like. That 2 days ago you were scared of this dude named Saul, and he come down the street and everybody, oh, what, duck, and then this now he's been converted. He's a different dude. Still look the same.
Yeah. That's the importance of saying yes. There's a yes prayer that we do at our church after every service. And in that, this always hits me in my soul. And every time I hear it, I'm a new creation in Christ because I said yes to you.
That part.
Like
that part.
Like always saying yes to have the nutrients for the soul. Like, are we hanging on to not good nutrients, right? When we talked about generations, right? Are we still hanging on to that? Or are we talking about legacy here? Right? So, like, are we saying yes to legacy? Right? Because when you say yes, it allows you to be a new creation. It allows newness to come about.
That seems so automatic,
It takes
but
work.
it's not.
No, it takes work.
Like when you married, and
It
they
takes
tell you,
work.
you're not just marrying this woman, this man. You marrying the entire family.
Yeah.
And so we're marrying literally into the family of God, but we still holding on to our old relatives.
Yeah.
Look, he got them sneakers on,
Yeah.
man. He's looking all.
Because that's what's comfortable.
Get that off your back.
It takes work.
So are we
There
lazy?
you go. See you later.
We don't want to do the work.
Some probably.
Everybody ain't ready to go get it.
Everybody ain't ready to change.
Wow. I gotta get in the text. Wow.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
So with the legacy of our families, somebody, you said, has to be the one to interrupt. Somebody has to be the one to say, okay, we are no longer operating like this. It takes some, and you say it sounded so simple, but it's so rare to find that one person that's bold enough to say it's going to start with me. I feel like the longest that I've known you, that you are a chain breaker as far as generational curses. And as I think about your decision to be intentional, to even go back home and show people that are from the same pot, the same soil, the same red dirt, that you don't have to be a product of your environment. You can be the environment that changes your product.
I'll send you the information.
That's as I'm thinking about you and all that you do, that's what I see you doing.
Yeah.
Intentionally. One meeting, one presentation, one book, one opportunity, and you're doing it.
Well, I'm grateful and humbled that you said that, but really, it comes from a place of all of that we've talked about. There's a whole lot of things that people don't know that have happened, that have made me, say in my life,
right,
oh yeah, we ain't doing that no more.
Right.
Like, yeah, I see the pain that's caused. Yeah, I'm not bringing that pain to the family. Right, like, and I was blessed and fortunate to learn from some of those that have come before me. Right. Good and bad.
That part.
Right now, it's been
some
good.
Yeah.
In there. Right, but some of those other things that were just kind of tragic and left a long time everlasting stain or mark.
Right.
Ooh, I don't know if I want that.
Right, exactly.
And so I think that's really what it's been for me.
That's good.
And the flip side of that is because of what I do, I know the importance of striving to be that light in the darkness. Right, that nutrients in the soil, if you will. That's all I've strived to do,
How do you keep that up?
I don't know. I've been trying to figure that out.
Yeah, that's the point. Because at some point, it's exhausting. I'm like looking like, how in the world do you keep getting fresh nutrients? Because you keep sowing. You're always sowing.
Yeah. And we've talked about this before too, because I think you're of the same. All of those things that you mentioned about me, like you are the same with what you do. As far as barbershop, pastor, all the things of service, leadership, mentorship, businessman. All of those things. It's the same, really. But I think it starts from a heart of service. But the way you continue to grow and get better and fill your cup is by putting yourself around people that can fill your cup.
Wow.
Right? Which gives you a little more gas, if you will, in the
Right,
tank
right.
to just push
Right.
through. And then focusing on our why, understanding that it's not about us, not about me. It's bigger than me.
Right. Wow. You said giving more gas. And I thought about this term in our culture now. We talk about gaslighting and how it's a negative connotation, but it doesn't have to always be. It's sometimes we're out of fuel as leaders, and we need more gas
Yeah.
to cause us to become able to burn again with fire. If you think about we used to have the old lanterns, and it takes, when we didn't have kerosene. See, some of these folks don't know nothing about not having no kerosene. The things that we had to do in order to keep burning, sometimes you needed somebody to add some more fuel to your fire. And I think that's what we do for each other.
Oh, without a doubt. I couldn't wait to get here and have this conversation.
Likewise, but I never know which direction you're coming from. And it's always like you say, I got better today.
Yeah.
I got better today because you're very intentional about making sure that this old preacher used to pray this prayer. He said, God will get it to you when he know he can get it through you.
Ooh. Come on.
Yeah, but most of us have become spiritual hoarders. That we just hold all of this for our rainy day fund. We got all these, other things that we could be really helping, but it regenerates because we're constantly getting it through us, and we're not just holding it within us. Yeah.
So good. So I think just hearing you say all of those things too, that takes me back to the filling our cup.
Yeah.
Just the whole importance of being able to do that. And so I'm a visual guy, so just visualize this with me. When you think about a saucer, right?
Right.
And on that saucer you have the teacup.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so I'm visualizing like someone pouring
liquid
into the cup, and the cup overflowing into the saucer.
Yes, sir.
Right? And so I think high achievers, people that are generational curse breakers, people that are legacy builders.
Yes, sir.
I think they are able to do that because they figure out that they have to continue to be poured into so that the cup overflows, so that they can pour out of the saucer, so that we all continue to grow and get better. And I think that I think there comes a time, like, we all, like as young boys, if you will, there comes a time where, we've been poured into, boy, don't do that.
Right.
Hey, make sure you do this. And, you live and learn, you experience, you do some of that, you make a mistake.
Right.
There comes a maturity with those reps.
Yes, sir.
Right. So once we get to where we're operating in that and we're doing things on our own,
yes,
like this is phases of life as a man, right? Then, as we get older, there's a maturity from that too.
Right, for sure.
Where you go from, okay, not just me and my career, not just me growing and having stuff, but you're maturing into, now you are love. Now you're giving that back to others, because you know that it's the same cycle that they're going to have to go through too. So it's important for us, man, to continue to have our cup poured into, so it overflows into that saucer, so we can pour it out.
That's so
others.
Good. Yeah. That's so good. You made me want some tea.
Come on.
You want some tea right now. I just so I can watch that dynamic, man.
Come on.
My cup runneth over.
Yes, sir.
Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life.
Yeah, when that cup runneth over, though, the cup got to run it over.
It got to run over.
Right? Then that goodness and mercy, man, is following us.
Yes, sir.
It's following us.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Absolutely. All the day. So in order to bless those that, when you say the cup in the saucer, is actually, we may have a wrong view of leadership. We were having a conversation Sunday about that. And you may see yourself as a leader above people. But the truth is, the cup is being supported by the saucer.
By the people.
And so by you withholding what's supposed to be overflowing, you're actually cheating your own support system, because the cup doesn't sit on its own bottom. The cup is actually sitting in the saucer. And so that overflow is necessary. So I need to sharpen Chip, because not only is it right, not only is it good, but by supporting Chip, at some point when the cup gets empty, the saucer that overflowed, the cup that overflowed, now the saucer has something to turn right back around and pour back into.
So, man, I love that you said that, because as you said that, I was thinking about my journey as a coach, teacher and coach.
Right.
And I can recall there was a few times where there's, an athlete or a student that wasn't doing what they were supposed to do.
Right.
And I saw, I could see, by their actions where they were going. I knew,
you've seen this story before.
Bruh. And I had to straight up tell them, hey, say, man, look, I'm going to be straight up with you, because if I didn't love you and care about you, I wouldn't be giving you the real or getting on your butt right now. Right. And so you got to make sure that you get your butt in line and do what you're supposed to do, because this is not the right path. Right. This is where this path leads. And trust me, I've seen it in my family.
Yes, sir. Wow.
Right. So I ain't giving you no fluff, bro.
Yes, sir.
This is this is real stuff, man. And I'm not gonna cheat you. I'm not gonna just sit here and watch you do that and me not say something to you about it.
Right.
I'm not gonna do that.
Right.
And so, man, fast forward, I met this a few months ago. This cat reached out to me on social media, messaged me, and said thank you for pouring into me when I was in high school.
Right.
It really helped me and changed my life. And that was one conversation that helped, and there was a conversation like that.
Right, yeah.
And I didn't know that it stuck.
Right, yeah. That's the thing. You don't always know.
Yeah.
So what happens if in our frustration that we quit pouring?
I can't do that. Can't do that, man. I think it's our duty to continue to pour.
I remember being that young man that was probably mid-20s, maybe latter 20s, and I was talking to a mentor of mine, and man, he was just so forthcoming and gracious, and he blessed me. People that know me know I like to dress, but one of my coldest gifts was a suit by Hickey Freeman. Some of my suits, Hickey Freeman suits, started at $2,000. And my mentors gave me a Hickey Freeman, and it was not uncommon for him to be generous, not just with his financial things, but just with his wisdom.
Yeah.
And I felt so indebted as a young man, because we're always supposed to be a man and figure it out on our own and have all these answers that I just at that age and stage didn't have. I had a whole lot more questions than answers. And man, the more he did for me, the more guilty I felt, because I felt like I was incurring a debt that there was no way that I would ever be able to repay it.
Right.
And I would push back sometimes, and I guess he sensed my hesitancy to receive another, gift from him. And he asked, man, what's going on? And I just had to explain to him, man, I feel like I'm never going to be able to repay you for this. And he said, don't worry. When it's your turn,
give it to somebody. Come on.
Man, when it's your turn, you feed the next one. And man, that was so necessary for him to say those words to me, because that guilt, that inadequacy, that debt calculator that I was registering up, all of a sudden he gave me a way to repay it. And so I have become, like you say, when people look at your accolades and say, Chip, you've done this, you do this, you this, you that, they don't understand that, yes, I'm a person that believes in doing right. And some of it is because, I'm just genetically, I think, according to the Bible, a good person. But some of it is that I owe this.
Yeah.
Even if I don't want to pay it, even if I'm tired, even if oh man, Chip for the coming in, put me on the mic, and I don't. Ah man, I don't feel like that.
Yeah.
It's when you came to me and approached the subject, I realized I owe this. And so there's an innate amount of energy that comes with you doing what you know you were supposed to do anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And so I appreciate you always holding me accountable and presenting me with opportunities to repay my debt.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we talked about too, like in this, especially in this kind of case, you ain't got to prepare for it. It's in you. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes I wonder, I'm like,
you
oh
like,
boy, what we gonna talk about,
yeah,
Chip?
man,
But you're right.
Like it's just. And what's crazy is like a lot of times we don't think like little old me, like my little old life.
That part.
Like all I got to do is just share what I've done or what I've been blessed to
Yes, sir.
experience. You know,
Yes, sir.
and it's not and that's enough.
Yes, sir.
Which is really a blessing. But then on the flip side of that, you talk about the pouring into, and it's so cool. Like some of my biggest supporters of the things that I've done has been some of those people that I poured into.
Yeah.
Back in the day that I never even knew I was going to be doing any of this.
That part.
And they are buying the books,
right,
showing up at the events, you know, watching the shows,
right,
commenting, you know. And those are people that I poured into a long time ago.
Right.
Just because that's what you're supposed to do.
Huh. So you didn't really know that had you cheated them during that time where you were supposed to pour into them, that it would turn around and you could have cheated yourself by not blessing them when it was your turn to bless.
I just knew that was the right thing to do. I couldn't live with myself with not saying something or doing something to help.
Wow. Wow. So that's another mentor pastor idiom. He said, you said you were obligated, you were compelled to give.
Yeah.
Regardless of how you felt, just because it was the right thing to do. And he would often preach that. He said, I give because I have because I give. Man, and that was like revelation to me, because it was like, okay, that's the cause and effect. We see people with so much of whatever, resource, wealth, knowledge, wisdom, finance, and we just think, man, they lucky, but not understanding. Let's go back to root cause. He said, I give it because I have it. But don't miss, here's the root cause. I have it because I give it. Man, that don't make sense in a world that teaches us hoard, get more, grind, get it. I give because I have. I have because I give.
Yeah, that's so deep. It's so true. It gave me chills when you said that. I was going to ask you.
Because you built like that.
I was going to ask you to repeat that. I give because I have because I give. And that's what it is and what we're supposed to do.
Come on. So your cup never runs out because you always overflowing into the saucer.
Yeah, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And it looks like one of those fountains.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man, your cup is a fountain.
Yeah, man, come on. Come on.
You're like, man, that thing continues
right, come
to
on,
flow.
Man.
What's up with that?
Come on, man. Man, that's legacy.
That's legacy.
See, we tie legacy sometimes up to just finances, but I had a funeral I preached about a month or so back, and man, it was truly a homegoing.
Yeah.
And not that sometimes we're always down at funerals, and of course they can be sad for those that are grieving the loss of a loved one, but the person lived their life so well. I said the eulogy has already been preached. That's how you want to go out. Where what else are we gonna say? This person preached their own eulogy by how they lived.
So good.
One of the easiest messages, sermons, eulogies I ever had to preach.
Yeah.
Because all I had to do was just remind people of the gift that they were while they were here. We talk about give people their roses while they're alive, but what if while they're alive all they did was give roses? That part was like, man, please. If y'all need me to remind you of what this person did while they're alive, you already missed it. You clearly maybe didn't know them.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So is that how we make a difference generationally? Is that the answer?
I think we just gave the blueprint. Like just reflecting on it all, like you think about where we are, think about the journeys that we've been on.
Right.
I think that's the blueprint, Doc.
Hmm.
And that's the way we kind of handle those, dealing with those traumas and some of those things, right? Reflecting on the past and being aware of it,
Right.
right? But putting in action
That part.
to make it better,
That part. That part.
and not just now, but for the next generations. Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Let me ask you this, just personally, what's one actionable item for you that helps you fill your cup?
Whew. I think one intentional actionable step is my father used to say he was a lifetime student. And my father was a verified genius according to IQ tests. And so one of the most brilliant men I've ever really known for real. And he never felt like he knew it all.
Yeah.
He was always asking good questions, no matter who it was. He would teach me that even a hobo, a wino, or, a homeless person, whoever can teach you, if nothing else, how not to end up there. And so I grew up always learning how to ask good questions. And I think because I'm always looking for another opportunity to get more filling, I'm always getting filled.
Yeah.
And so that's my actionable step. I never assume that I have it all figured out. I'm always looking to learn by being a lifetime student.
That's good.
Yeah. What's yours? Or what's one of them?
Hey, I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
What he said. Right on.
Yeah,
Exactly what he said.
I know, my man is intentional. Yeah.
No, I think I agree with you about the learning, because the learning always puts you in a novice position, right?
Right.
So you never feel like, oh, I got it all, I know it. But the learning shows you that you don't know it all.
Right.
Right, which allows you to be humble, right? But I think the other piece of that for me, what fills my cup is the ability to be of service. Right?
Yeah.
I think it does a couple things. I think it shows you, first off, man, you ain't as bad as you think you are.
Yeah. Huh.
Right? You could be worse. But then I think it also allows you to work through what you're going through.
Yes, sir.
Right? Like it allows you to take your mind off of that for a little bit to kind of process through what you need to do to get where you need to get.
That part.
So it's been, for me, it's just learning and service, I think.
Learning, you said learning and service, but I see you learning while serving.
Yeah, learning while giving service.
Yeah.
Learning too.
Oh,
learning for the purpose of giving service.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, and that's when you know that the learning is not in vain, the experiences are not in vain, right? Now, I think it gives you a heightened sense of awareness too.
I like that.
When you're in those situations,
Yes,
because
sir.
now you're looking, okay, what can I learn from this?
Yes, sir.
And I can take to allow me to be better so I can be of service to others. And when you're in that posture, when you're in that heart posture, you always find a way to get it done.
Yes, sir.
Because you know it's for a higher purpose.
Wow. That's good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good right here, Doc. I just think that, just kind of, we can go ahead and kind of wrap and close, but I just think, from where we started, we're diving into the root, right?
Right.
I think we all have to take that, a self-reflective, generational journey,
Yes,
if you
sir.
will.
Yes, sir.
And for most of us, that's painful,
Right.
you know. But how do we heal from the injury if we're not ready and willing to do the rehab? Let me say that again. How do we heal from the injury if we're not ready and willing to do the rehab? I'll tell you, like, prime example. So I've had both my hips replaced. I don't know if you knew that.
No.
So when I had my first one, because in college I had an ACL injury, football, and I learned that, man, you gotta attack that rehab so you get better. If you don't attack the rehab, you don't get better faster. And so the day that I woke up from my hip replacement surgery, one of the first questions was, okay, when are we gonna start the rehab? When am I gonna start getting stronger?
Right.
And I'm like, I'm on the walker, going to the room to do the stuff. And like my family looking at me like, man, you kind of an animal with this. I'm like, yeah, because I know, like, I look at it like working out. Like if I attack this, I'm gonna get stronger and be better quick. And so we have to look at our hurt and generational injuries, if you will, like that as well. We have to attack the rehab so that we get stronger and make it better for the next generation, which in essence leaves a great legacy.
That analogy really, there's so many facets of just your catchphrase. Go get it. That it just like it keeps unfolding depth in its meaning. The more I learn about you, I'm like, you just always been go get it. You didn't have the words yet, but you your life has been, like a what's the word? A mosaic of you having to actually do this for real. You really just embody this.
I ain't just saying it, bro. I mean it, man. I mean it with every fiber in me. I mean that.
Hey, man, I don't even have nothing else to say. I mean, that's really what you literally had to walk it like you talking.
Yeah. Literally. Yes, sir.
I think about people that don't do that. And I think about sometimes people fall in love with the attention of rehearsing their trauma. Some people don't want to heal because I don't get the attention from being sick. So I just play hurt. You know how you play sick from school and then mama leave you at home and you up and you on the video game and doing everything. And then mama come home, and you forgot which leg was supposed to be hurt. But how many of us really are doing that? We keep rehearsing the injury from the attention instead of just going ahead and do the work to heal. That's what I'm seeing. More people don't have the courage to do what you did instead of soaking in the fact that, well, I can't play this no more. I got to wait 6 months or whatever. Your response said, I'm going to put this energy into griping, complaining, being depressed. I don't have time for that.
No.
Your immediate question was, how soon can I start recovering?
Yeah. And the bigger picture is even when you're injured and when you're down, that's just one part. Your knee might be hurt, but I can make my upper body stronger. My knee might be, but I can work on some other stuff while that's broke. And then when I can get back on that, get back on that.
It's amazing you say this because I'm waiting for this NFL season. Everybody keep talking to me about my Cowboys, what my Cowboys going to do. I don't really expect much from them. I said I'm more excited to see what is going to happen with Shador and Deshaun Watson because everybody's talking about how Deshaun ain't this or he ain't that, but Deshaun was an elite quarterback at one point in this city, if nowhere else, and now he's had time to really heal. Not just his body, whatever, if anything was going on otherwise, but what that man's going to look like now.
All caps on really.
Boy.
Yeah.
Working on the upper body. Like you said, it's like, dude is stronger, better, faster now than before the injury.
Mentally, emotionally, all of that better. Yeah. That's just one, I don't know, I can't even put it in a fraction. One minute part of him being hurt. Like, what about all the other stuff that go into it, making his reads, watching video, looking at coverages. Now they got simulators, right? You can sit in a chair
She just
or on a stool.
blew my mind.
Yeah.
That little emoji, like,
yeah, you can sit in a chair and watch video simulation and actually throw a ball.
Right.
So, I mean, you can do all of those things now. Crazy.
Wow. But to all of those Deshaun Watsons that are out there listening, that have been celebrated in one season, and he was everywhere, on every billboard, everybody, and then ostracized in the same city where he was celebrated, but has the courage, because he could have quit a long time ago. He got enough money, he don't ever probably need to play again if he's smart with his money, but to those that were injured, maybe even with compound fractures, is what I hear you saying. Not just the thing that you sat down for, but you may have had some other stuff injured that they didn't stop to look at that, but have had compound fractures by life, but had the courage to go get it and do the work to rehab. You're a total man. Man, that's courage, and I salute you.
There it is. Go get it, y'all.
Go get it.
Go get it.